Hello everyone, my name is James, for those who don't know me. I came here tonight to talk to you guys about some game, whatever you, I was thinking we'll just have like a free-form Q&A session on various topics, whatever you guys throw at me, I'll try to do my best to answer the question. But tonight I wanted to introduce another speaker, Shaia. She's going to be talking about a couple of things. One thing I find very interesting is the 9 different personality types out there in terms of the type of girl that you're looking for and how to speak their particular language. Different relationship patterns, sexual strategies, different types of relationships that you could be involved in. Definite deal breakers, things that you do not want to do when you're with a woman from a woman's perspective. So I'm really excited to have her here, so if you can give her a big round of applause. Okay then, take it from here.
Thanks.
Okay.
What a honey. Okay, so I want to just get on with this talk, so if you can all just drop your pants, get out your dicks and start jerking off, and we can get the testosterone levels out of the way, and then you guys will be able to focus on me. There is one lady in the audience though. Hey sister. See me later. Cool. So, while you're jerking off, I'm going to tell you a little story that is based on a stripper friend of mine. Because you see, I've developed my own seduction techniques based on strippers. And pickup artists are strippers. You see, we all have needs and we all have aids. Not the disease, but things that aid us to get what we want, to fulfill our needs. So, a stripper's aid will start with P. She wants to get paid, right? What letter does a pickup artist's aid start with? Rhymes with paid. L. Laid. See, strippers want to get paid, and pickup artists want to get laid. Usually. That's what society believes, right? So let's just call the spade a spade. And basically, the stripper will do the same things that a pickup artist does. For example, the stripper and the pickup artist both peacock. You both get dressed up to express your wants and desires. You're out to seduce, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pickup artists can even put on makeup and follow the mystery method. Beautiful. It's peacocking, right? Okay, just like a stripper. You see, a woman can do game just as good as you do. You guys do cold approaching, so do strippers. Strippers scan the room and they go, no emotion, you. Okay? I see you, I know what you want, you know what I want, let's go. Right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So, another thing that strippers do, that pickup artists do, is we cut through the chafe to find the one that wants to be seduced now. Because let's face it, all girls want to get seduced. Who doesn't want to have sex? Who doesn't want to have fun? But some are ready right now, and some are ready because they're the type that would be ready right now. So, pickup artists, PUAs, are SEAs. SEAs are strippers. Do you know what SEA is?
No.
Some new terminology here. SEA is a sensual, erotic artist. Sensual erotic artist is a pickup artist, is a stripper. Okay? So, what do you guys do first when you scan the room? Do you look for any body language skills, body languages? Why not? That's her first clue that she's ready. For example, a stripper will scan the room and she will pick up on body type, body languages. So I'm going to look at this room right now and I don't want any of you to move. And I'm going to look at your body languages and pick up on your body language. Okay? You ready? Who's horny and who's not horny in this room? Okay. None of you are horny in this room. But that's okay because you're here to engage in a lesson, right? From a female pickup artist. So, how can I tell? How do I know that you guys are not horny? Maybe she's horny, but... Okay? Guys, sit back. So, all of you guys who are sitting back, that's pretty much everybody, okay? How do you feel right now?
Relaxed.
Relaxed,
comfortable.
comfortable, good words. How about check your dick? How's your dick feeling? How's your dick doing? Let me know, I want to hear it, I don't have one.
Snug.
Sleeping.
Sleeping? Got it. Little dick, stripper, next. Guy sitting back, you're not going to get picked up. You're not ready to get seduced, right? So, hello, let's do this with girls, right? But if a guy's sitting forwards, and if he's not on the phone and not talking to anyone, not having a lecture, a lesson, pick-up artist skills, sitting forwards, that's not natural. Something's up. And then you need to approach with intention. So just like a stripper will approach with intention, you guys need to approach with intention, right? You need to think to yourself, what do I want? I want to get laid. She's displaying some kind of body language that gives me the signals. And then it doesn't really matter what your pickup line is. A stripper could just go up to a guy and go, hi, I want to play with your dick. And if he is sitting forwards, chances are, 9 times out of 10, she's going to hear, I've been waiting for you the whole night. Where have you been? Let's go. VIP, getting paid, right? And that 1 time out of 10 that he might actually say, oh, I was just about to leave. Average frustrated chump, he's just about to leave, he didn't get what he wanted. He wants to be seduced. He's sitting there, I'm going to leave. She walks up, hi, I want to play the dick. Bam, it's on. So, same thing works with women. You guys select the body language, see who's ready to go now. Okay? If there are no horny guys or girls in the room at the time, which is pretty annoying because he doesn't want to have fun with you, right? He doesn't want to give things up. They're going to make it hard for you. Oh, I don't want to. What do you do then? What's your strategy?
Seduce.
Or how about, I like your thinking, walk around and plant some seeds so that when they are ready, they'll allow themselves to be seduced. So, walk around and just say your lines, you just shoot your lines, right? That's what you do. That's what strippers do. They walk around, they'd say the line was, hi, I want to play with your dick. No. I want to play with your dick. No. I want to play with your dick. No. And finally, she might hear something. 2 things actually. What's your name? Or, where are you from? You planted a seed of seduction. That person wants you, just needs to, get into the vibe. But it's planted. So don't take anything personally when you get shut down, obviously, right? Just like a stripper. Keep working the room. She wants to get paid when you play. And getting laid is a cool thing. I mean, it's a great thing. It's natural. That's what we're all wanting to do eventually is survive and replicate. How do you do that? Well, let's get real. There's a few modern techniques, but the good old-fashioned one. So there's so much to talk about. So if you come across an avoidant girl, then it's pretty cool because she's just going to want no strings attached, let's go, let's fuck, let's get it on. But what if you come upon an interesting girl, one who seems interested in you? Do you start re-strategizing on the spot? Well, I want to ask you a question. Does a stripper get married to her customer?
No.
Does she even go home with them? Does she even, here's my number, fake number. I'll see you later at the hotel. Where are you staying? Come on. She got what she wanted. So, we're not that much different, right? Or they're not much different. But, now you know how it feels. If you hit on a girl who is interesting and interested, and she wants more than just to be played, just a one-night stand, just a bit of play and fun, it's as frustrating for her as if you were to go back to the VIP with the most beautiful, hottest, sexy seductress you've ever met, and she's whispering all the right things, everything you want to hear in your ear. She's turning you on, and you rock hard for her. But you never actually get to touch her. And you have to pay.
Exactly.
Now you know what it feels like to be a girl that wants more. Right? Okay. So, pickup artists, the art of being a pickup artist is to not only give you the skills to get the loan, but also to develop an awareness of what it is that you're actually wanting to get out of this. Okay, what does a stripper do when she's done for the night?
Money.
Money? Yeah. All right on. Okay, of course. So what does she do with the money? What does she do with it? Does she roll it up and smoke a joint?
Buy nice clothes. You know,
Buys
Go
clothes.
on vacation.
Go on vacation. Maybe.
Buy jewelry.
Okay, if she is a stupid stripper, she is gonna blow her load, man. She's just gonna, what's she doing it for? Not gonna grow her bank balance, right? Right? So, what would a smart stripper do?
Get a guide.
Get a guide.
guide.
Okay, I'm starting to figure out your personality type. I like it. It's cool. I like the vulnerability here. It's awesome. Guys, don't be so quiet. Come on.
You are a stripper.
Oh, he's sitting forwards. I like the body language.
Get
What was the question?
What does a smart stripper
Get your
do
boobs.
when she
Get back.
leaves for the night?
Pays for rent.
She what?
Pays for rent.
Okay,
Pays
she
for car
gets
payment.
shit done. Yeah, yeah. She makes some smart decisions. She's responsible. How about, did you ever think about this? As she leaves the club, she goes straight to the ATM and makes the cash deposit. Right? You don't think of her, she's a fucking businesswoman, right? Fucking businesswoman, I like that. So, so yeah, because you know she might go home. I was expecting you guys to say she'll go home and she'll take off the peacock outfit. Hopefully she didn't drive home in her 6-inch stripper heels. And she'll probably wash the men off her. She'll wash the makeup off. She might even kiss somebody goodnight. Who knows? She might be in an open relationship. Like, because makeup artists could be in an open relationship. You know, you could have a girl that's waiting for you at home, but you're in a socially monogamous relationship. So you're with her, but you're out there doing shit. But she knows about it and you're good with that. So we're going to talk about that just now. The 4 fucking relationship options. But she'll make a cash deposit because she's trying to grow her bank balance because she's got some goals. Do you think she's just like on the pole for nothing? No, she's got some fucking goals, man. Right? So I want to ask you guys, you're here tonight to get some techniques and skills to grow as a pickup artist, right? What are you planning on doing with your stripper money? Thank you. It's a good crowd. But yeah, what are you planning on doing with your stripper money? What are you doing this for, night after night, on the ball?
More
Because
money. More money.
More knowledge.
More money.
Make more money, make more money. Okay,
Yes.
okay, cool. To do what with?
Make more money.
We could always find a good one.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going to happen when you become that old stripper who is worn out and tired of sarging, just can't do it anymore?
Then you're a manager.
Retire. Oh, hey.
Viagra.
Get a business.
Viagra, okay,
Full
okay,
time.
so you can,
Yeah,
so,
but
okay, get a
full
plastic
time.
surgeon, okay, but you're tired and worn out. Yeah, you can fake it to make it, but you're done. So why not invest in some kind of a goal? Like a stripper that gets up on a Monday morning and goes to school. What? A stripper goes to school? Yeah, they do that. I know a lot of them. And they go to school to study, to get qualification, okay? So that they can get out of stripping, they can quit stripping. So that they can start making a normal living and do something they're passionate about. Yeah, easy money, but is she passionate about that? Hey, pickup artists and strippers provide a wonderful service to humanity, you know? PUAs are making women feel desired. The ACAs are making men feel needed. A lot of married men go to strip clubs. They're not looking for more than just a human connection or something weird going on when they're not getting that at home or whatever their choices were. But yeah, no judgments. It's all good, right? So what is your goal, ultimately? What are you here for? What are you trying to do? Trying to grow your bank balance? To provide for something that you really want? Do you even know what the options are as a pickup artist? You know the 4 fucking relationship options? I call them the 4 fucking relationship options. Because it's all about fucking no matter which one you choose. Monogamy, polygamy, polyamory, player. All 4 are basically fucking strategies. Okay, right? So let's cater for everybody's needs and quickly look at the 4 options. And you guys get to pick whatever works for you. There's no judgment, right? It's a safe place here. So the first option you have is player for life. Stripper for fucking life, right? Viagra, boob job, plastic surgery, it's on. Never gonna quit, right? That's your strategy? That's your mating strategy? That's what works for you? That's one where there'll be no commitments. It's kind of avoidant, but that's cool. That's what you choose, right? The second option is polyamory. Now, polyamory is different to polygamy because there's no commitment. Kind of like free love, like hippies. In a commune, imagine you live in Nate's apartment and Nate has a whole lot of hippie chicks here that are just down to make love, baby, not war. And you guys live here too, and you're just down to make love, not war. Hey, cool, bring it on. And everybody's just hopping into each other and out of each other's beds, and it's all good. That's a mating strategy. That's polyamory, right?
Right.
Is that something you like? Come on, I want to know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeses, nos, maybes, not sure's. Yeah?
What was the question?
You're just thinking about, you're not thinking. That's good, you're out of your head. That's cool.
No, I got a text message.
It's the worst.
Okay. It's your choice if you want to switch your phones off or if you want to learn something. Right?
Well, I'm taking notes. but
You're taking notes?
Someone
I like it.
interrupted me.
I like it. Yeah,
I'll
tell
yell at her
them,
later.
tell them that your life and your growth is more important than them right now, because they're that important that you need to grow first.
Yeah. No, of course.
And then-
I'm trying to ignore it.
You can be the best man you can be. Cool. So, where were we?
Polyamory.
Polyamory, thank you. Good. So, all right. So that pleases some people, tickles your fancy, right? But there's still two more. Okay, polygamy and monogamy. So polygamy is actually a committed relationship where you can have one of three options. You can have a beehive where you're the queen bee and you're faithful to, let's say, 5 guys and they're faithful to you. Wow. Anybody like that strategy as
No.
guys?
So
Not even as women, to be the queen bee of the hive?
No, why? I don't need that. I mean, personally.
Interesting. Very interesting. You guys,
It's the other way around, maybe.
It's awesome to have a woman in the audience because
You get both sides
you
of.
get both sides. Right? So what do you guys feel about the beehive? Could you be a member of the beehive? Could you be
I
a
think-
wicked bee for your queen?
I think there would be jealousy between, and it would be kind of hard to have that many actually be okay with that.
And now
So
you
then
know what it
be
would
kind
feel like for another option, which is the queen of queens strategy,
Yeah.
where only he gets to fuck around.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
That's not fun at all.
that sounds fun.
But
That
as long
actually
as
sounds
you're
fun.
his queen of queens, as long as you're the
Ah.
chosen one that he comes home to every night.
That actually sounds
No.
kind of fun, to be
Yeah?
honest. It's kind of,
Yeah? Open relationship.
yeah.
But only you get to fuck around and not she
That's
doesn't
kind
get
of,
to.
It's not
it's
fair.
not fair, yeah, but still,
Is it fair when she's the queen bee and these other guys are
True,
having her tonight,
true.
but you're all in the relationship? Okay, it's
True.
interesting.
It's
So-
fair if people agree to it.
If people
Yeah.
I
agree
don't
to it.
know. I don't
There's
think
no
everyone would
judgment.
agree to it.
Hey,
yeah,
it's
that's
no
what I
judgment.
was saying, that there is.
Exactly right. Another strategy in polygamy is the harem. Okay, so that's one guy with many women, and they're all faithful in the group. And he can bring in more women into the group if the women vote her in. Woo! So, right? Jealousy?
Well, yeah, then that would,
Yeah.
There's only jealousy if you care for one of them. If you don't care, you don't have feelings, there's
And
no
we'll come
jealousy.
to that just now. We'll come to that mating strategy just now. And that's right on, right on. Nail on the head. We'll talk about oxytocin and drug addictions. But we're coming to that. Don't worry about that right now. So, okay, then there's three types actually of monogamy. You get social monogamy, sexual monogamy, and I can't remember the other one. But anyway, social monogamy is basically you come home to each other every night, but both of you see other people. Okay? Does that work for you?
First for a while.
So
Yeah.
you're free, but you're bonded to each other as in we're gonna make a business. We're gonna build something, we're gonna grow something here together. A lot of distractions though. It's not gonna be much time to master your
Exactly.
instruments,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel about that?
Good.
Social monogamy. Okay, two people make a commitment, but they to each other, but they still fuck around. And then the last one is sexual monogamy. So that speaks for itself. You both pair bond, hopefully that's the trick. But you're committed to each other for life. You grow old together, die together, hopefully, and that's it. Cool? So cool? So those are your 4 fucking relationship options that I don't know if you were all aware of that. You know, it doesn't have to be a cut and dry case of we're getting married and the other option is divorce. You know? Lonely, shit life, divorced, a mess, everything's wrecked, it's stressful, maybe there's kids involved. No, it doesn't have to be so cut and dry. If you guys can be raw, fully honest from the start. So let's look at polygamy versus monogamy. If you're honest with a girl, you can tell her, hey, right now, I want polygamy, does it work for you? Cool. Or right now, I want polyamory, does it work for you? Cool. Polygamy is quite a cool thing because it gives you an opportunity to meet a lot of people so that you can interview them. Because if you're like me, monogamy would be a pretty cool thing to do because I'm interested in building a business. You want to build something instead of just leaving things to chance and hoping to win big, like a lottery ticket that might win you $1 million. Maybe you're putting in $1 million and you're trying all the different lottery tickets and you're hoping and hoping that you're gonna be right. Okay? Instead of a sure thing, I'm gonna build this business. So it would be really smart to start with polygamy, but just open relationship with openness. And this is what I teach women, is to stop slut shaming themselves. Sluts are fucking cool, man. Because what sluts get to do when we break the mold of, oh, it's a shame, your mother told you, you know, to be close, you keep your legs closed. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to go fuck all these guys that you're going on dates with, but date polygamously. Go and date many, many women. Go and date many, many men so that you can interview potential business partners. Okay? And then there comes the risk-taking of monogamy. Choosing one. Does that scare any of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? It's pretty fucking scary.
Mm.
Especially when you're thinking with
Right.
little
guys
you.
are different kind
For sure.
So that's why I tell the women, when they've got a guy that they're interviewing, to tell them, hey, I want to interview you, not your dick. So I want you to get your dick out for me right now, and I want you to get hard for me, and then I want to check it out and see what you got. And then I want you to go and jerk off, and come back clear-headed, so that I can get to know you, the real you and your intentions. Ever thought of doing something like that?
No, but it actually makes sense though.
You're not in that fog.
Yeah.
I know what sex is for.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's kind of what sex is for, so you can
We'll
get
come
like
to that.
past that and then
We'll come to that. Because that's a cool strategy right here that you have, right? To figure out what you really want. What are your real intentions? Screw her. What do you really want? And then she'll also get to know. Okay? So you can start choosing the right business partner if you want to start a monogamous relationship, a sexually monogamous relationship, to build your business together. Some people just leave it to chance. You know, they don't even consider, you know, assets, liabilities, this person as a person type, like how are we going to work together? Are they going to run away when things get heavy in this business? You know, what are the business terms? It's kind of like what Socrates talked about. Yeah. So, all right. Or you could even find the chick that is actually the best. Get in a monogamous relationship with her, but then still play the lottery, just in case. Just in case, right? And guess what? Most people that win the lottery and win $1 million, or win big in gambling, I've just driven all the way from Vegas, okay? Cha-ching, cha-ching. Usually, statistics show they lose all their winnings within the end of the first year. Why?
Blow it up.
Because they didn't build the character. They didn't take the steps it took to build that fortune. Okay? So you're here tonight to build your character, to take the steps, one by one, to building yourself as a person that can be the head of his own business, interviewing the right people and getting what you want, right?
question.
Sure, go ahead.
What do you mean by a business?
Building a business, like as in a relationship, a partnership. Partnership.
I didn't think you meant a stripper business. You're looking at that.
You're business minded, yeah. That's cool.
No.
But, for example, Mozart, we wouldn't have his music if he didn't take from the ages of 4 to 20 mastering music, right? He's a fucking musical genius. He came out with the most awesome symphonies ever. Are you willing to invest the significant amount of investment and time it's going to take to build a fucking masterpiece, to master the relationship? That's what we're talking about here. So instead of just continuously buying lottery tickets, let's say you spend $1 million buying lottery tickets and you've wasted $1 million, or maybe you win, maybe. But if you invest in business, in $1 million business, it might not work. You might walk away with $10,000. You might walk away with $100,000. You might walk away. You might end up with more than $1 million, $100 million, because you put the work in. So that's what you're here tonight to do, is to put the work into yourself, to know what kind of business you want, to know what kind of business partner you're going to be, and to know what kind of business partner you want in a woman. Okay? That's only one of the things you're here for tonight. I'm just talking about sexual evolution. Okay? We can carry on in our primitive instincts and just succumbing to all our primitive primal urges, but then we wouldn't have Skype. We wouldn't have cars. We wouldn't have airplanes. We'd be like, man on earth cannot fly. You know? This is what I'm talking about, is evolving sexually. We've been given artificial turf here, you know? Let's find out what we can do on this artificial turf. We don't live in tribes anymore. We live in apartments. It's fucking lonely. People are like sitting at home alone watching TV and going like, oh shit, now what? You know? You feel me?
Yeah.
We can have candy instead of reaching for a banana. It's just like quick fix, you know? It's not really natural. It's not really the thing, but you see where I'm going with this? So we're living in a superficial world, and I'm asking you guys if you're ready to evolve. Here's a little story I'm going to give you. Do any of you guys do sports? Do you go to gym at all? Any of you seen those spinning chicks, that people who go spinning? Do you guys do spinning? Spinning, riding that bike? Yeah?
No,
Yeah.
spinning.
Do you know spinning?
No.
Spinning is just people on a bike and they're watching somebody teach them, like, pedal faster,
Okay.
pedal slower, put the resistance up and go up a hill, and you get coached. You know that spinning?
Okay.
So here's the thing. One day I was driving to gym and I was listening to an audiobook. It was a fascinating audiobook about this kind of thing, topics. And I get to spinning, I'm in my own world, I get on the bike, set it up, and I realized, damn, I don't want to stop listening to this audiobook. So I test myself on this and I start actually spinning and learning at the same time, reading a book. And eventually the spinning instructor comes in my face and he's like, you're okay, pedal faster, and I'm like, I'm okay, I'm listening to an audiobook, I can't hear you. And I saw the venom in his eyes, like, listening to an audiobook? How dare you? You must listen to my music and you must listen to me and keep telling me what to do. And I was like, back injury. And then he calmed down, but he still pumped the music up, he spoke louder, and I had to put my audiobook up. And by the end of the spinning session, I felt totally different to how I'd ever felt before after spinning. You do spinning. Do you ever feel when you walk out of there like completely stressed out and frazzled?
Just completely exhausted.
Completely exhausted, okay? Completely exhausted. Not even a happy high. Not even, I really worked out well. Have you ever noticed that most of the people in the spinning room tend to get fat guts rather than anywhere else? They're pretty fit, but they store fat in a certain place. And I wish I could show you that video.
I haven't noticed.
Stress, actually, while you're burning fat, but it actually puts the fat in a certain place. And the most dangerous place in your body would be on where all your organs are. The very things you need to stay alive. So if you look around the room next time when you're spinning, you might notice that the instructor, or sometimes a lot of the people that are hardcore spinners, where they're depositing your fat gives away how much stress They're actually putting themselves under it. Because that music, that noise that you're in for 1 hour, poof, 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 somebody yelling at you, do this, do that, let's go, come on, you can do it, and yelling, and crazy noise is actually giving you stress. It's getting you stressed out. So here's the thing. By listening to the audiobook, I had an epiphany. Fuck, just what if, people were to play an audiobook every time you came to spinning, and the instructor just did something and signaled, because they just have to go like that, and that means turn up the intensity, or, and you just copy the instructor, he doesn't have to yell, and there's none of this crazy noise that's stressing you out. Like in a nightclub, your adrenals are just stimulated to pump all that cortisol, and you're just stressed, because it's like, doof, 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 it's making your heartbeat go up. Okay, what if we were actually to listen to an audiobook for an hour, an 8-hour audiobook, and actually learn something, and walk out healthier, rather than all stressed out to the max? That is what I'm talking about, evolution. What can we do with this artificial playing field? Where could we go with this world that we live in? Do we have to succumb to the 8 fears, in evolution? Do we have to be primitive man? How about we evolve? How about we even consider that as an option? We might just learn and grow, and that's what you guys are doing right now. Some people that you can write down to Google later are really, really good at this evolutionary thinking, and how to be the best you, the least stressed you. Somebody called Pema Chodron, and another one called Anthony DeMello. Just some books you can listen to. But how can we create a new kind of human? Okay, somebody with compassion. How do we grow? Can we grow a new kind of man that's kind, that's gentle? Can we grow a new kind of woman that's supportive of men and of each other? Not everybody's wired for this. It's a consistent challenge. Absolutely. It's not going to work for everybody. Okay? It takes a lot to really be vulnerable. It takes great courage to be vulnerable. And to be in a monogamous relationship and build your legend, build your offspring, because that's what we're talking about here. Build your survival and replication. That is like making the choices for health, for no stress, least stress. And I was talking to James earlier, and I pointed out that there was a really gorgeous Japanese guy at the hotel. And in a moment, I sussed him out. You know how you do? You give somebody the once over, and automatically you realize, good mating potential or not. And this guy was gorgeous. Checked him out. Oh yeah, he's cool. But then this is where you take a risk or not. And I'll talk about the 3 things, the 3 challenges of taking risks. Because that guy might be bad for you, even though he looks great. That girl might be really bad for you, even though she looks great. Okay, looks can be deceiving. She could have purple eye contacts and hair extensions, boob job. You don't know what you're really getting. She could be a beautiful person on the outside, but not a beautiful person on the inside, or doesn't gel with you. All right. So she could be pizza, is the analogy I gave James. So all of you guys like pizza, right? Mm-hmm. You don't? How about it? Okay, are you vegan or something?
Eat it.
No.
You can't eat
Oh,
it.
I'm just on diet. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
not-
So you're on a
it's
diet,
like
or
it,
it's like being a vegan or being on a low-fat diet, or
Yeah.
everybody has their thing. But you've maybe tasted pizza.
Yes.
So pizza smells damn good, right? You want to eat it. You know it's fucking bad for you. My point exactly.
Okay.
You see it, you smell it, you want it. But then when you taste it, it doesn't actually taste as good as it smells. And I don't know about you guys, but I have to put chili on my pizza, spice it up a little bit. All right. So I want to ask you guys a question about self-awareness. Have any of you guys figured out where I'm from?
Germany or Austria?
London.
Yeah?
Wales.
Oh,
No,
Australia.
she's German or Austria. I know the accent.
Something with a land.
Something with that?
Something that ends with a land.
Really slimmed it down.
Deutschland is.
Jewish.
I'm right?
So Germany, London, New Zealand, Deutschland.
Germany, Austria, yeah.
Interesting.
Surprised me.
It sounds like a mixed accent. I mean,
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about with the self-awareness thing. I'm actually from Africa.
Right.
No way.
No.
I am. I was raised in Southern Africa. Yeah.
What?
So I don't know if you guys have seen on the news. Most Americans have heard of this, and sometimes they just don't give a shit. But you might have seen it on the news. Child soldiers. Thank you. So you've heard of it. Good. Child soldiers. It's a man putting a lethal weapon into a child's hand, a person who hasn't fully comprehended or decided anything about themselves yet, and hasn't decided and realized the consequences of holding that gun and pulling the trigger. So that's what pickup artist skills are here to do for you, is to help you to grow, take the time to grow yourself into the kind of man that realizes, fuck, I've got a loaded gun. And I know the pain and the hurt that this loaded gun, if I pull the trigger at someone and kill them, I know what this is going to do. And take the responsibility for that. And then you guys get to evolve. You guys get to decide now, do I want to use this as a weapon, or do I want to use this to keep the peace? Because there are some guys that'll go out and just mass destruction, yeah, the power. And there are other guys who are getting it, who are going, fuck, what if I actually can keep the peace? It's an evolution. And that's what I want to challenge you guys to do today, is to think about where you're going with what you're learning and why you're learning it. What are you learning? Right? Are you evolving? Are you becoming aware? You figured out that she's from Africa? All right. Are you the kind of guy that would take the red pill or the blue pill in the Matrix? Are you Neo? Or the guy that just wants to eat the steak because he remembers he misses the taste of steak and he wants to go back in the Matrix and he'll take the blue pill? What kind of guy are you? Are you a red pill guy or a blue pill guy? Do you want to evolve? Do you want to unplug from the Matrix? Do you want to live in the real world? Do you want to figure shit out and be a hero? Your own hero? And maybe a girl's hero? Huh? Okay. If you are, then I'm interested. Because I know you guys will want to try to pick up lines on me and all that's fun and very good. But do you even know what it takes to pick up a girl like me? Do you know? Do you speak my language? Do you even know what language I speak? Do you even know me?
Nope.
My type? Huh. Okay.
language of business.
You're so business-minded. See me afterwards. Because you're here today because you want to learn to develop your secret power. Okay? You want to learn how to read a woman's mind. That's what you're really here to do, right? So let's test it. What are you reading in me right now?
In what context?
Just your judgment.
I hope these guys understand.
He's
I'm
reading
seeing,
look
I'm
at
seeing
me?
different levels. I'm seeing different. There's different things at the same time.
Because I have a secret power. And most men are very intimidated by this secret power. Most men, it scares the shit out of them because my secret power kicks ass. I can fly.
You can fly between levels.
He thinks I'm crazy.
No. You talk about stripper poles, but you also talk about Mozart. You talk
I
about businesses, and you talk about
am
relationship. You're
a
flying between levels.
licensed commercial airline pilot.
Cool. It's a living.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, did you read that? Could you read that in me?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't read women's mind yet, but I'm about to tell you that I can teach you how you can start to read a woman and read a woman's mind. But first you got to learn to read yourself, and then you'll be able to learn everybody. You will have this fucking secret power fucking secret power. So it's as easy as this. There are basically only 9 types of people on this entire planet. 9 types. Did you know that? And it goes the same for men and for women. Doesn't matter if dick, pussy, computer program. That's it, right?
Sure.
Good, you're feeling it. I like that. So these 9 types that I'm about to read out to you, I want you to pay close attention to because this is going to up your game. And here's how. When you go out to a club or wherever you go sergeant, you might notice that you keep on, it depends how aware you are, picking up the same kind of woman every single time. It's like Hugh Hefner. He has his strategy of pickup, okay, and whatever he's offering, and the girls get attracted and they let him seduce them, but he still gets quoted in American magazines, I'm lonely and I'm looking for a romantic relationship. Because he's unfulfilled, because he keeps picking up the same kind of woman, the same type, the same personality type over and over and over again. And you might be doing the same without even noticing it. You might not realize there are 9 types out there. You're one of them. None of them are better or worse than the others, but you keep on attracting that one type with your skills that you currently have. So I'm here to show you that you can up your game by increasing your variety, by being aware of these 9 types and then even learning these 9 languages. It's not language as in you go to Spain and, oh shit, she speaks Spanish, I speak English. You could pick her up if she's that type. You would just do your routine and it would work on that type of woman, right? So, alright, I'm going to get straight into it because I know that you guys are really excited to hear what these 9 types are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, come on! So it's a little bit, it's really simple, but it takes a long time, so I've just broken it down real simple, straightforward for you guys. And what I want you to do is, I want to challenge you guys right now, all of you, and lady, to try to resonate with one of these types. So try to figure out which one is actually you. Okay, we're going to play a little game here. Which one is you? I also want you to think, fuck, that sounds just like so-and-so. I want you to, if you're taking notes, jot down, type number blah is my mom, or is this chick that I'm fucking right now, okay? And then I also want to challenge you to figure out my type, that we'll figure it out. Don't tell me what you think straight away, because I'm going to teach you the 3 questions you need to ask a girl to figure out her type, and we'll do that first. So here we go. Here are the 9 types. Type 1 is the reformer, like Batman. Everybody likes Batman, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
Raise your hands if you like Batman. Hell yeah, we all fucking love Batman.
I'll see a reformer.
He's a serious person. He's a crime fighter for moral justice. He is righteous. Do you see his personality?
He's reforming society.
He's reforming society because he has a fear. He doesn't want to be bad. He wants to be seen as good. He's a good guy, right? Batman is a good guy. He fights the moral fight.
Right.
It's a certain type of person. James Marshall. Do you guys watch James Marshall's videos?
No, who's that?
Alright, don't worry about it.
But you meant James Matador.
Yeah, James Matador right here. We'll talk about his type just now. But okay, Batman. Now it's easy for you to visualize this woman. Because it's often hard to think of a woman, if you're a guy, what type of person. If I told you Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, she's a good witch, she wants to be a good girl, doesn't make Batman. Just see her as Batman. Because it's the same type for men and women if they're that type. This girl is a good girl. She wants to be good. That's all going to come out through my 3 questions. And you're going to know how to make her feel like a good, respectable, moral girl. Because then she'll get that you feel her. You see where I'm going with this? You'll understand her language. Right? Okay. Type number 2, the helper. Like Superman. He just fucking helps and helps and helps. He could kill all of us. He could kill a whole of humankind. But he doesn't. He just loves us so much. He wants to help us all the time. for whatever his reasons are. Sometimes they're manipulative reasons, depends on the level of stress the person's under, but Superman is the helper. So you walk up to a chick and you realize, she is a little Superman. She is a little helper. She just wants to help and love. She might be in a position in life where she serves, where she's a hostess. Any of you guys air stewards? Like air host?
No.
What you call it in America? What do you call it in America?
Hosts?
Host stewards? Flight attendants. Any of you guys flight attendants? Male versions of it? Okay. So,
Unfortunately.
now you know.
Those are usually gay, by the way.
They're what?
They are usually gay.
Hey, stop talking about Superman like that. I know he wears his underpants on the
Right.
outside. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. So you pick up a girl, and you realize, fuck, she is Superman. She's a helper. She's loving. And she loves serving others. Alright. Like Superman, she wants to be of service. She just wants to be loved. She'll be a little bit of a clinger. And the way that you can get her, now that you get her language, now you understand her needs, because she has a fear that she won't be worthy of receiving love. You can give her the antidote. Once you understand her fear, her language, the antidote is make her feel she's loved and worthy of receiving your love. It's so easy to get a girl like that. Once you understand that that's her need, once you understand her fear, once you get her language, okay, you getting this? Type number 3, the motivator, like James Bond. Smooth operator. He's a professional machine who does the job efficiently. Do you know any people like this? See, I already know how to read a lot of stuff, so I can just look at you guys and figure you out that I'm going to get you there. You guys can do it. Are any of you a movie star?
No, it's fine.
You're a movie star?
Almost.
Good for you.
You get
Awesome.
that?
Okay. You put your hand up.
I was
You're going to say you're a porn
It's
star
a
or something.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Have you seen me?
Big on YouTube.
Yeah. Awesome. I love your work. See me later. But what about a state governor? Any of you?
No.
Those guys need help too, you know. Just a smooth 007 kind of guy. Does it resonate with any of you? Okay, that's up to you. James Bond is very easy to understand. You've seen him in movies. Okay, he's very motivated. He's a machine. He gets the job done. He hides his emotion. Well, he doesn't even acknowledge his emotion. He just does it. He's just fucking professional, right? Right? So now you understand the James Bond kind of girl, right? Like 007, she'll put her emotions on ice to get the job done professionally. Female examples like Madonna, Lady Gaga. Her fear, what do you think her fear is?
Not
being
accomplished.
successful. I
Not
guess.
being accomplished and successful? Failure. How about not feeling like, unless she's fucking performing and in the fucking limelight all the time, that nobody's gonna think of her as worthy?
Right.
Exactly.
Sure.
Feeling worthless. So now you understand her, and you get her fear. So you give her the antidotes. You tell her, you make her feel you're proud of her for who she is and for her accomplishments, that she's not worthless, that she's loved for who she is, not only when she's performing. She'll get laid like a rock star, or more like a pop star. Alright. Type number 4, the individualist. Mystery. Who wants to be mystery? Who knows mystery? Yeah? Yeah? Is mystery easy? Can you figure out his type like that? Really? How about emo? How about Angelina Jolie? If I said Angelina Jolie, you'd figure out emo. You can see this person's level of health. It's not always easy to see if they are an emo, because sometimes they're very healthy, they don't dress like that, and don't behave in their psychosis. But mystery is type 4. He's the epitome of a type 4. Emotionally individual. He's an individualist. He wants to have his own identity. You see? Right? Mystery kind of girl is easy. She's artistic. She's a little dark at times, sometimes often, and she's quite realistic. Very in tune with emotional core can be very depressing. To be so in touch with your emotions, to be so in touch with the emotional core of everyone and everything can be a little bit depressing, right? Emo, they want to show that. So, her fear will be, I actually wrote something here, make her feel, okay, her fear would be that she's insignificant. She won't feel like she stands out or that she is individual. They want to be unique. So you just got to make her feel that she is significant. And she might just wear you out in bed just so she can feel the pain. So now you get the type 4. Is this making sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you loving it?
Yeah.
Good. Type 5, the investigator. Albert Einstein. That's the kind of guy. That's a type 5. I also picked up that Iron Man is a type 5. Do any of you guys love Iron Man?
Yes.
The comic? The comic book? Did you like the movie? Did you feel like it portrayed him?
It was alright.
Alright? Because the
I think
actor
Robert
will deliver it in a
Downey
certain
Jr.
way, the director wants a certain way, but if you read the Marvel comic and you read Wikipedia about Iron Man, he's a fucking genius. He's a scientist. He got, by the age of 19, he got 2 master's degrees at MIT in physics and mechanics. Did you know that?
I didn't know
Fucking
that
genius.
one.
So I chose Albert Einstein because that's more easy to visualize, this kind of chick. But Iron Man, the real Iron Man, is this kind of guy. So any of you guys are maths or science geek?
Used to be, I guess.
Come on, man! Oh!
I'm
Maths and science geeks! Really? Nobody?
I'm a
Damn
reformed
it! I'm not
engineer.
getting laid tonight. No, I'm
My
kidding.
Iron Man suit's at home.
Huh?
My Iron Man suit is at home.
Your Iron Man suit's at home. Love it. Love it. That's pretty smooth. Okay. Science geek. Any of you a professor? An investigator? Like Sherlock Holmes kind of guy? Okay. How about an introvert? Any of you guys introverted? Rocket scientist? No? My cousin's a rocket scientist, so you never know. There could be one in the room. He underplays it. Anybody an overthinker? Overthinker, but not an introvert and not...
Used to be more introverted.
Really?
I guess, yeah.
So you've done a lot of work on
A
yourself.
lot, yeah.
Awesome.
Sure.
But not a maths and science kind of guy. Not an
I'm an
Albert
engineer,
Einstein.
software engineer.
Oh, really?
Yes. So.
Thank you. That's
But I'm
very
reformed,
interesting.
completely reformed. I live
Don't
in,
try to be someone you're not. Every type is beautiful.
Sure.
But it's up to you to decide which type you are.
Yeah, but I'm very artistic at the same time. That's
So
a big thing. So.
that's something I'm going to talk about a little bit later, the wing.
Okay.
So, but don't worry about that. This is the 9 core types right now. Cool. So this girl's fear, what do you think it would be?
Not being able to figure something out.
Yes. Of feeling helpless, of feeling useless, of feeling incompetent. How easy is it now to give her the antidote? Because you understand her, you know how to get on with her, you know what she needs, what she desires, what she fears. The very core of her. All you gotta do is make her feel like she is significant. That was mystery. All you gotta do is make her feel that she's not helpless, she's not useless, she's not incompetent. And you might just bring out her naughty schoolgirl. Okay, type number 6, the loyalist, Spider-Man. The preppy Peter Parker type guy. He's very loyal. He's loyal to those that he feels safe with. He likes testing others with his spidey sense. So are any of you guys, hi, welcome.
Hi.
Are any of you guys conspiracy theorists? Do any of you sit on the internet and go, fuck, what's the Illuminati gonna do now? And
I know people.
suspicious.
Yeah.
You do know people like
Yeah.
that?
I do.
So type 6.
Partially.
Want to understand them? Want to figure out what their fear is so that you can give them the antidote?
Yeah.
Want to kind of know them. But imagine if you could just go up to them and blow their mind because you can read it, because you suddenly speak their language and they feel like they're seen, they're heard, they're understood. They're gonna fucking, climb all over you like Spider-Man. So,
What did you call type 6?
type 6, the loyalist. And they are. They're loyal to a cause, they're loyal to a person. They'll even latch onto authority to feel safe because their fear is fear itself. They're very anxious.
So then why would they do conspiracy theories?
Because they're so fucking anxious. They need to know. They need to know what's going on. They want to dig deep because to confirm their fears. Oh, you see, it is all fucked up. This kind of person, do you know something like that?
Sure.
Cool. He does. So, Spider-Man kind of chick is easy to understand. She's funny, she's loyal, she's suspicious. Make her feel you're not alone, I'm always here for you. And she'll be coming over you just like Spider-Man, like I said. Alright. Type number 7 is the enthusiast. Peter Pan. The little lost boy who does never want to grow up. Kind of like Hugh Hefner. We already know type 7. Okay. A little bit avoidant of pain and reality, just on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Plethora of women, surrounded, because abundance, because I don't have to face the fear of being alone. I don't have to face the fear of choosing one and taking a risk and fucking up and maybe making $10,000, but at least you made something. But no, come on, next thing, next thing, next thing. It's an enthusiastic person. They'll be the life of the party. They'll be the biggest joker. Do you guys know anyone like that? Permanently happy. Almost like the Joker in Batman, who's actually not happy at all, but he's slit. So he looks happy. Ooh, why so serious? You're pointing it out to me. Awesome.
That's the Joker, right, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, Nate. Nice. So yeah, permanent grin, because nobody must know that secretly they're fucking scared of not getting it. They don't want to think about that too much. But anyway, we won't go there. By the way, I recently found out that the Joker's scars were from falling into a vat of chemicals. They were antidepressant chemicals. Pretty ironic.
Wow. Yeah.
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Joker. Pretty deep. Pretty deep. So, are any of you guys players who can't seem to get enough of anything? Yeah? Okay. Then you get to be Peter Pan. Peter Pan girl is so easy to understand, right? She is the party. She never stops. She seems so happy all the time that she can have mood swings. Her fear is that she doesn't feel fulfilled. She doesn't want to feel any pain. So all you got to do is make her feel that I want to make you feel fulfilled, I want to make you feel good, and she might just swing with you. Type number 8, you getting all this, guys? The challenger, the leader, type number 8. Conan the fucking barbarian. That's pretty straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, brute, fights, murderous, barbaric, beats his chest, yeah, kills, kill or be killed. But it's not that simple, because a very healthy Conan the Barbarian will actually be very playful. He's actually the kind of guy you want on your side, because he will fight for you if he believes that it's a good cause. And he'll actually go down flying the plane. He'll save people's lives. He's a hero. True hero. He might even attain some great fame for being that hero. Might be an infamous hero like Darth Vader. But when Darth Vader takes off his helmet and he's vulnerable and he says, I'm your father, he's vulnerable. Okay, so now you understand the fear of a Conan the Barbarian type of chick.
What is the number 8?
Number 8 is the leader, the challenger.
The leader?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The tomboy, the lusty jock, the independent kind of person. Wants to be a hero. Can be an awesome playmate. Strong, passionate. Lusty for the juice of life. Can be very compassionate when they feel safe. So what's their fear? What sends them to the dark side?
Not being able to save someone, I guess?
Even
someone?
save, not even being able to save themselves. I like where you're going there. Yeah, not being able to save somebody, save themselves. They fucking fear being controlled and being at the mercy of others that might not have their best interests at heart. Their fear is being vulnerable. So guess what the antidote to this kind of girl is? That she's so strong and everything, and all she really wants to do is make sure you're strong enough. So she pushes you and sees. Are you strong enough? So that she can relax and be vulnerable. Just make her feel you're safe with me, baby. And she'll save all her juices for you. Type 9, the peacemaker, and this is the last one. The peacemaker, Neo from the Matrix. And actually Keanu Reeves in real life. I'm like, cool man, I'm one with the universe. Do you know anybody like that? But it's not in a hippie kind of way. It's more the strong silent type. more the daydreamer. Are any of you non-reactive? For example, okay, my stepmother is a total 9. We're driving along on the road and somebody cuts us off aggressively and I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, so how was your day? Just peaceful. Non-reactive, calm, clever with words. She's such a good mediator to keep the peace. But sometimes they can go for peace at all costs, but really, really peacemaker person. Neo chick is kind of like Marge Simpson or Khaleesi. Does anybody watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, Khaleesi. Well, timid, peace, doesn't rock the boat, and then shit happens, and she steps up, very decisive with her dragons. But yeah, that's when she's extremely healthy. So her fear is actually the fear of not having unconditional love. So make her feel unconditionally loved, and she'll decide on you. She'll decide that. So there you go. That's your introduction. Very brief introduction to the 9 types, and a little taste into their languages. And you guys definitely felt that each 9 were completely different to each other, right? I know you guys can relate, but for all of you guys that were here for the 9 types, do you feel that? Do you feel it, that they're different? Come on, Einstein. Einstein differs to Conan the Barbarian.
Except that people merge.
Yeah.
They're like a recipe. They're like a 2 but a 3.
But the
They're
core.
a 5
But the core. Did you resonate with any one of those?
a bunch of them.
A bunch of them? That's alright. That's fine. But did one really stand out for you? Bond? James Bond. Okay. See, some people, it's hard to type because there might be a 6. Fear itself. Not too sure. Gotta test this first before I commit to loyalty on this. So go home and do your homework. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to stick with these pages because there are 5 steps to learning how to be introduced to these 9 types. Okay. The first thing you need to do out of the 5 steps of how to, get good with these languages is you need to know your fucking type. Obviously, right? Who am I? Which one did you resonate with? So, which one did you find was more you?
Actually, we'll find out right now. Because I wrote everything down, but then there was one.
I can already make a big guess.
Okay, what?
You look like an individual to me. You look like somebody who wants to express themselves and be unique.
And that's...
You could be faking it, but you've got that tattoo, and that's a definite inscription of I'm...
Yeah, but that's also the emo, though.
Mystery! Fuck, he's like a god.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Yeah.
Huh?
It is individuals.
It is
Very
individual?
individual. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So, someone asked you guys what my type is just now. But, to know your type, you must have met yourself. Step number 2 is, you actually need to know all of the 9 types. That could actually be step 1. Know the fucking 9 types and then figure yourself out. So, if any of you just met your type, then you might have also felt that another type resonates with you, and that could be your wing type. And the wing will be the number exactly next to yours. It could be that side or that side, either number, from 1 to 9. So if you're a 5, if you're your core is this Albert Einstein kind of guy, but you might resonate with the artistic individual, the emo, the 4. It's a wing. So it's a little bit more complicated, but it's pretty simple. Just break it down like that.
Are you talking like about a separate person? Or
You'll
like an
actually know, it'll actually be just ingredients, subtle ingredients that you as a whole person can take up some of those tendencies and qualities.
Right.
Yeah. And what's important to that type is quite important to you as well. But your core is where you'll go with your fear. You don't have the fears of your wing, you can resonate, but the core type, that's a set fear that you have, that you try to antidote yourself with in your relationships. Step number 4 out of the 5 steps is, where are you psychologically in your health? Are you healthy or are you unhealthy? Are you the Darth Vader, or are you a fucking hero that flies the plane and saves the people? Where are you in your level of psychological health? Because each one has a different psychosis. Okay. And step number 5 is get healthy. And I'm going to show you how to do that shortly. But first, we're going to play another game. I want one of the guys that has been here the whole time to come up. So just decide amongst yourself who wants to come up and try to figure me out. I'm going to give you 3 steps.
Alright.
Come on up.
Do I get to peek at the list?
Sure, of course, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Shaia?
Dan.
Hey, Dan. Good strong handshake. Nice. Thank you. Huh. He's clear with this one. All right. You're going to ask a girl 3 questions, and this is what you're going to do in the field. You're going to go up to a girl, and you're going to ask her these 3 questions, and this will help you to simplify what core she is so you can figure out her language. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward steps. First question you need to ask is, what are you good at?
So I ask you what you're good at?
Yeah.
What are you good at?
I've thought about this, so I know my answers. Have you guys thought about what you're good at? What would your answers be? Good question. Okay, I've thought about it. So, I'm good at sex. I'm good at sports. And I'm very good with children. Okay? Cool.
Put
So,
it all together, so have sex first, have lots of kids, and then they join sports teams.
a fucking sports team. I like the way your mind works. Okay, so yeah, you're onto something. The second question you want to ask is, what do you enjoy about the things that you're good at?
So what do you enjoy about that?
So what do I enjoy about those 3 things? Sex, sports, and playing. Well, I've thought about it. So, sex, I like the connection. I like the vulnerability. I like the raw animalistic magnetism. I like fucking. Just because it's pleasurable. It feels good. The sports, and she'll be very impressed that you've listened. You could even remind her, she might forget, especially if it's in a club. The sports, I was the head of my sports teams, often.
What teams, what sports?
Running, long distance running,
Mm-hmm.
and swimming, butterfly champion.
Me too.
Really? IOI! Anyway. Well, a stripper IOI. Oh, PUA. Anyway, so yeah, like, not so much team sports, but more like running, long distance running, things like that. And what was my last one? Do you remember? Kids, children. I'm so fucking playful. I'm a tomboy. I'll be up in the tree and teaching a kid, climbing trees, and I was just out there having a good time, getting sweaty and dirty. I'm not your typical cookie cutter cutout of a female little miss, even though I can be. But I fucking love just getting down and dirty, just laughing, just playing.
Why?
You're gonna
I'm
know.
asking you what you liked about that.
You don't have to go further than that because you're gonna know already because you're gonna guess my type.
Mm-hmm.
And the last question that you're gonna ask a girl is, what was your favorite superhero when you were a kid? And let me just stop you for a moment. Asking this question might not tell you who she is, but she might. But this will definitely tell you the kind of guy she's looking for.
Right.
So if you know all the types, you're like, fuck, she wants a scientist. No, that's not me. I can't fill those shoes. I don't want to. I'm not going to fake it. Well, be rawfully honest is what I'm saying. So, okay, ask the last question.
Who was your favorite superhero growing up?
See, he listens. This is a good person right here. You really want to get the juice out of this pickup artist skills. So, my favorite superhero, as I've thought it through, I know myself. I love Iron Man, but I also love Superman. See? So, what does that tell you?
Man of Steel does it for you.
Well, so now you know. He's quick, but now you know deeper than that. You know that if she likes Superman, she loves a guy that's loving, that's affectionate, that's a helper, that serves her. Ooh. You see? If you just, Superman, fuck. Bam, 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 I know this about Superman, the traits. I know that he is the helper. And I said Iron Man, which I also mentioned was like Albert Einstein. So what does that tell you? What kind of guy?
Techie.
Smart guy.
Someone that figures stuff out
She
and then
likes-
uses it for something that's
She
helpful.
likes smart guys. Even like a kind of an introvert, maybe you help her feel grounded. Now, okay, you've heard my answers to 3 questions, and I want you to take a guess. Take a hit. Hit me.
I had before.
You know what?
You have-
We're
before you ask the
learning. We're
question.
learning. This is where we get to figure shit out in our time. So, but don't take too long.
Before I stood up, I had guessed 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8 for you. But I'm now going to eliminate 3.
Okay, so
I mean, I think you are a motivator, but I don't think that's your primary driver.
think of
I
the
think you
keywords.
used
I
to-
gave you keywords.
Well, you're talking about Superman and Iron Man. so-
No, forget that. That was more. That's more for what kind of guy she's looking for. She might
Okay,
give
that's
herself
not,
away.
That's not you, that's what.
She might give herself away, but like I said, it's traits she likes in a guy. Because a superhero to a girl is somebody that saves her,
Exactly.
the guy. So, but she could give herself away there. So, but it tells you a lot. She wants to be loved. She wants to be vulnerable. She wants. Okay, so.
Two's in there somewhere.
But remember what she first answered. Sex.
So that's the fun stuff, which is the enthusiast.
And isn't that rather crass? What kind of girl walks up and goes, I like sex? Huh?
Stripper.
What type of stripper? Because there are different strippers, aren't there? Haven't you guys been to strip clubs?
Yes.
No.
No?
Yes.
Dude, you need to come to Vegas. Party at my house and we'll go sergeant. Fucking not all strippers are like this. Like you get some strippers that are Superman, they just want to be loved. You get some strippers that are like showmanship, no emotion. You get some strippers that are barbarians, they're just rough and tough. They get what they want, they say how it is.
Yeah, I'm still seeing you as a combination of things.
Yeah,
But, I mean, enthusiast is in there.
definitely. You hit my
You're-
wing.
you're-
I'll give you a clue. You hit my wing. Obviously.
Well, see, right
You're
now,
just
you're
normal.
leading us. So you're being a leader right now.
But what kind of a leader? What kind of leader? Just go with your instincts on this. What kind of leader am I being?
You're developing people individually.
But how? Am I?
You're educated, you're enlightening, you're.
How? How? Am I doing it kind of brutishly and straightforward, or am I doing it kind of?
Kind of a combination of motivation and information and just perspective of like things we already know, but
Would
you're
you say
putting it together.
Would you say I'm aggressive or not?
A little bit.
Okay.
You're not like, you have to do this.
Yeah.
Everybody down, 50 push-ups.
Because I'm healthy. Because I'm a healthy type. Do you see how? Do you see where we're going with this? You're gonna get the core type. You gotta get the core type, and then you'll figure out where she's at in her level of health. So, assuming that I'm healthy, okay, my nature would open up. Things would open up because I can be vulnerable. So,
In business school,
sex,
entrepreneurship.
sports, and playful. It's cool. I mean,
That's all
you just
fun
heard
stuff.
you
That's-
just
yeah,
heard all these
that's
types.
enthusiast stuff. That's enthusiast stuff.
All right, so you're almost there. But she climbs trees. She's a tomboy. All right. Does anyone want to help
You'd like
her?
to investigate your stuff
I'm gonna
too.
go
You're
8.
loyalist a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well done. Well done. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It took balls to get up here. I mean, that was tough. Good job. You hit the nail on the head. 8. Good. Good stuff. Nice. So do you understand my language now? Do you see how that? Do you know my fear now?
Fear. Hold on. 1 second. I
Mercy
know you
of
very
others.
well.
So I check my
You're like a
phone.
tomboy and independent. You fear being controlled.
Fear of being controlled
That's why you
by
want
at
to
the
build
mercy
your own
of others.
business.
Yep.
Huh?
That's why you want to build your own business.
Build your own business.
Because
No, everybody wants to build their own business. Who doesn't want to build a fucking empire within themselves, and build themselves up, and maybe build a relationship with somebody, you know? But the traits, the character traits, are based on the fear. The deep fear is being controlled. And so what's my antidote? How would you soothe that?
It's okay, you're safe with me.
Safe with you. Nice job. Very good. So you see how
Right.
he has just unlocked me? He was going around in his headspace as his personality type with his fears and just going in, and all the girls are there and all the customers are there, whatever the case, but let's just stick with PUA and not ACA. And he goes in, because it's the same thing, goes in and all these different girls, and they look different, they dress different, they smell different, they fucking are different, they've got different computer programs based on different fears. And he's just tapped into some girl that's, you're not an ape, right?
No.
I didn't think so. So he's just tapped into an 8. Oh, I don't understand this kind of type of person. He doesn't have to run away anymore. He doesn't have to go, oh, fuck, and keep trying until he gets a girl that's quite similar to him, actually, with his fears and his motivations and his drives, delivering his lines the way that he would deliver them, and keeping up that same girl, and possibly, annoyingly, a girl that's just like you, isn't the worst thing in the world, but if it's always that girl, how are you going to know what could be possible? How are you going to evolve as a man? How are you going to give yourself a chance to evolve as a man, as a human being? Unless you can learn these 9 languages, which is so easy now, right? It's so easy. You ask me 3 things. What are you good at? Why are you good at those things? Like, what do you like about those things? And what was your superhero when you were growing up? It's actually only the first 2. The third one's just a bonus for you guys. Figure out what she wants. Because it goes deeper, right? Like, what does she want? No, I just figured it out. You know the types.
It's also a good qualifier. And you can ideally give positive reinforcement to whatever stated answer is, thus justifying what any interest you're going to show for it. Make sense?
See, James gets it. And that's all you need to do is just get it.
It's a pretty good qualifier. And then Shaia's 9 personality types can be deduced from that as well for strategy purposes.
How are you doing
I'm sorry, can you repeat the beginning of what you just said?
Right, so you ask her, what is she good at? And you don't want to lie necessarily, but you want to take her answer, find the best positivity in that answer, and give her a compliment, give her interest going forward, because you deem that answer as something worthy of respect or worthy of interest going forward. Make sense? In a way, you were a captain of your softball team. I was the captain of my soccer team. You know, blah 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 blah. Establishing commonality there at that point. My point is, it's a great qualification piece. You guys, everyone know qualification.
Yeah, it's a great
So
qualification piece
don't just
when
get a whole list, but
you're meeting
build
the
on each
girl,
one.
and you can figure out who she is and what she likes, and if that works for you, and if you can resonate with that, and if you have things in common. Right?
Commonality. You know, the biggest thing to me about life, one of the biggest things, is defining words properly. See, in the beginning of 2004, so it says establish commonality. I don't mean to derail. So I think put establish commonality. What does that word really mean? Well, here's what I think it means. It means telling her what you think life is like, or telling you what she thinks life is like, and both of you come to an understanding that yes, this is what I think life is like. Does that make sense? In small, bite-sized pieces. You with me? Could be about any aspect of life. Sure.
So that's very important. That's how you interview a business partner. Okay. But now you get to interview 9 types of business partners. And you get to see who sticks, who resonates with you, who works best with you. What do you actually want in a woman? Do you want to help her? Do you want an Einstein genius?
So question though.
Yeah.
Do the same types always
And that's where I'm going to give you my Skype address right now. Because, yes, there are
different
types.
types polarized to different types?
There are types. The same types can be very healthy together. They can be very good if they're both
two people that want to be
healthy.
saved, how do they get together?
If-
Who's doing the saving?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they understand each other, and they get. And if they're healthy, they'll get and what each other needs and know how to give it to each other. It could be a fucking awesome relationship. Imagine 2 8s. Oh my god. Imagine 2 7s. Enthusiastic. Man, blow shit out of the water, man. It's just like energy, enthusiasm. You know, the liveliness. And they can understand If they're healthy and if they know the language of their languages, they understand themselves and their types, they can go to bed at night and hold on to each other and go, you're all I fucking need. Right here, right now, I can be the skipping stone out there, but that sinks deep into this pool of deep water. I can be deep, I can stop chasing, chasing, chasing. And I'm not scared of the pain of reality. I can be here right now with you, I understand you. You understand me, I know your fear, you know my fear. And together we're gonna get through this. Fucking powerhouse. But they gotta know themselves, they gotta know their types, they gotta know that person's type. It's so easy now, because you've just been introduced. 9 types, you get it. You can even see pictures in your head of superheroes that can correspond to that kind of type with their personality. On the other hand, a barbarian and an Einstein, what the fuck are they gonna do together, right, James? Good question. Fucking brilliant question. I love it, because has anybody seen How to Train Your Dragon? Oh my god, only 2 of you! 3? Have you seen? Oh, come on, man, come on. Okay, it's my playful kind of barbarian side. The dragon is an 8. The Night Fury. A dragon, you get a dragon. Fire breathing, coming to kill the humans. But nobody knew that actually they were going through something and they were coming to get the sheep. Okay, don't worry, you haven't seen it. But an interesting development occurs. A relationship gets established between a really nerdy little introvert boy, because he actually shoots the Night Fury and gets him down. Nobody knew. And then he figures out a way to help the Night Fury heal his tail. They make a friendship. And then he gets to ride the Night Fury and save the day. Okay, you gotta see the movie. But the point is, oh my god, what an awesome relationship. Imagine if a Conan the Barbarian meets a scientist kind of guy. Nothing in common.
Bond and Q.
Huh?
Bond and Q.
What's Bond and Q?
James Bond and the Q branch that gives them all the gadgets.
Okay, exactly. Well, James Bond is more the professional. But anyway, you'll read through it. I know you need to think this through. You need to look at it and think. Because I've got a feeling about you. I kind of know your type.
You have to
And that's
absorb, have
cool.
to absorb them. Have to like
And that's cool.
reslice and dice the world into your 9 cubes.
So what you'll do is you'll go home and you'll think this through and you'll question it. And that's what I expect you to do. You. Because your type wants to do that. Because I figured you out. I think I figured you out. But I've been doing this. You know what? It takes fucking 10,000 hours to master anything. This is your first taste. There's no shame here. This is where we're learning. Grassroots. In the dirt, in the mud. You know? In the trenches. Building ourselves up to those men, those peacekeeping men, right? And so some people are going to not even agree with any of this. But some people are going to need to sit and think with it. Think it through. And really look at it and question it. Certain types will do that. So, and it just proves that it works, because I know that that's what you need to do, and I understand that about you. And so I'm going to give you the time and the space you need to sit and think this through and really do some homework on it and look about it. And you're going to Skype me and say, I challenge you on this, I was wondering about that, but in a kind of introverted way, a little bit more. And I love the work you've done on yourself, because you didn't display introvert when you got up. You were the one guy that got up. But we'll talk about it later on Skype with any further questions. But the point is, the barbarian, dragon, and Toothless, and Hiccup, the little boy, the little nerdy guy, made such a strong bond, an unbreakable bond. And the point in the movie, I wish you guys had seen it, but you guys have, the point in the movie where they finally bond, where he finally reaches this dragon, and the dragon finally reaches him, this little human smart boy, was when he's drawing in the sand. The little boy's drawing in the sand, and then the dragon draws in the sand, and Hiccup, the little kid, steps on the line, the dragon goes, oh, teach me what you need. Oh, that's not right, you don't like that? I'm stepping on the line you drew? Oh, okay. And they established trust. They figured out each other's languages. The dragon wanted to be vulnerable. It was actually a really cool dragon, the best friend you'll ever fucking have. He's your hero. You get a dragon. Isn't that mind-blowing? It's like Avatar, and you can ride those banshee things, the harpies. You get your own dragon. All you have to do is speak that dragon's language. Because you don't speak dragon, but you can learn to speak dragon. Here's 9 types. You've just learned dragon. It wants to feel vulnerable. It wants to know that you're strong enough and you won't fuck it over. It wants to trust you, and then it will trust you and be your hero. And it will fly you around and make you the champion, even though you're this little nerdy kid. Okay? Do you see? I know you guys came in late, so you're catching up here, but that's where we were going with this, where we have gone with this. But you can see that, right? You can feel that.
Yeah.
Just, it's awesome. It's right there for us in the movies. You can see it all. All right, so we talked about this thing, this levels inside the personality types, and we're just going to probably conclude with this, maybe get through 2 more things. So there are actually a few levels of health and unhealthiness, 9 levels inside each type. And you could be at your worst, you could be at your psychosis. Like with an 8, it could be Darth Vader, the evil warlord, you know? Or you could be at your best, you could be this wonderful, happy, free hero, okay? So there are these levels of health, psychological levels of health, psychoses that can come out in all of us. And all of the 9 types have a different one. A 7 can become bipolar, a 6 can become a that a 9 becomes a schizophrenic. But anyway, we'll talk about this later on Skype, because it's just a lot. So all I'm interested in is how do you develop your psychological health? Right? Like, who cares what the different types of psychoses are? Who cares? You guys want to know, how do I be the best person I can be? In my type, in my template, in my computer program, how can I be healthy? How can I tell when I'm not being healthy? How can I become healthy? So, I developed Sextit. SEXTIT. And that's just a mnemonic. And it pertains to a tit. Okay? There's a beautiful, healthy tit. Okay? Sitting there, just kind of a triangle, whatever. But I called it a tit because it's more fun. I'm playful. And inside this tit, there are tiers. 6 tiers, 6 levels. And each tier is a need, an essential need that we all have to fulfill, to be fulfilled, and to become our best selves. So SEXTIT, Sextit. The first level, your basic needs, your core foundation of every single type, no matter what, is S, sugar, sleep, and water. I threw water in because shit, what are you going to do with W? But sugar, sleep, water. What does that mean? Sugar? You need sugar? You need sleep? You need water? What the fuck is she talking about now? Right? But we do. If you don't get carbs, your brain shuts down. Your brain's fuel is carbs. What kind of carbs is the question? Candy? Fuck no, everybody knows it takes you, drops you. Bread and pasta and potatoes? Cooked potatoes make pigs fat. Gave you raw potatoes to make it fat, but that's not the point. Sugar, everybody knows that bread is not the kind of fuel that you want. The fuel of champions, right? It's not the fuel of champions. So what kind of sugars, what kind of carbs are good for us? Well, just look at your hands, you can figure it out, kind of ape-like, just grab a banana. So lots of fruit, lots of vegetables. Your mother told you this shit when you were a kid. They didn't live by that rule though, and we grew up with unhealthy habits. So it's up to us now that you guys can man up. We can all step up as evolving human beings and make our own choices, make our own decisions. Reach for some fucking fruits and vegetables. Sugar, because you need carbs to keep a happy brain. As soon as people go on these diets, have you noticed they get ratty? Have you ever been on diets or anything where you've carb restricted or calorie restricted? Okay, not? Have you? Yes?
Yes.
Bodybuilder, have you done any physique shows?
Yeah.
I see that kind of.
I never.
But you could possibly be inclined to?
Yeah, sure.
So dieting with bodybuilding and cutting and getting physique.
Yes.
So okay, that's relatable to you then. But all I'm saying is, if you've ever known anyone that's been on a diet, your mother's probably in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, there were all these fad diets, your sister, your niece, whoever, a lot of women go on a lot of diets. Get ratty. I flown with a captain who was on the Atkins diet. And he was the most rattiest bastard I'd ever flown with. I was like, God, kill me now, but we still have to do 4 hours next to each other in a small space. Okay, so carb the fuck up. Sugar. Sleep, obviously. You want to get early nights. Early nights and good quality sleep is essential, like 8 hours of sleep. But I'm not going to tell you guys how to fucking sleep. It's just that it is recommended through scientific research that we do best when the lights go down to, make some sweet love and go sleep. Or whatever the fuck you want to do, but get enough sleep, get the right kind of sleep. Because this is going to get you unstressed. It's going to get you to your highest level of health, psychological health. Don't fuck with that too much. Yeah, you're in your 20s now, 30s now, whatever, but don't fuck with it too much because it can catch up. So, be a man, do the right thing. I don't know. Have you seen that?
Russell Peters. Yeah.
He knows.
That's the one.
Do the right thing. You
Yeah.
guys Google Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Okay? He's a comedian. So, water. Obviously, man, if you're going to reach for soda and get that kind of sugar, it's going to fuck you up. But if you reach for water, hydrate your cells, cleanse your body. Alright? So be a man. Do the right thing. Evolve, man. Oh, everybody's drinking beer, everybody's drinking Coca-Cola. Fuck, are you, everybody? Are you going to live by their rules? Are you going to evolve? Are you going to show them how to be better men, those peacekeepers? Huh? Challenge yourself on this. Why not? It's fun. It's your life. You get to play with it and tailor make it. Alright, so that's S. E is for exercise and sex. Exercise. Yeah, we can all go and exercise. Do whatever you feel resonates with you. Long distance runner, swimmer, fucking Zumba, weightlifting, bodybuilding, whatever, okay? It's a social thing. You can pick chicks out there, especially if you go to yoga, core, and Pilates. Please do yourselves a favor and go stand back of the class. And then once you start getting good, with all the inspiration in front of you, that's bending over, then go to the front of the class. Meet the fucking teacher. You see where I'm going with that? But yeah, exercise. If you fulfilled your basic needs, sugar, sleep, and water, your energy is going to soar through the roof. And you're not going to believe how good you feel. You're going to feel like you were when you were like in high school, when you were playing basketball, or when you were on the field, or whatever the fuck you're doing. When you had all that energy before you got so toxic. You can get it back, okay? So you're going to want to exercise. You're going to need to exercise. Go, be a man, go do it. Go evolve to the next level of person. And sex. Because that's the next level, exercise and sex. Your sex drive, if you fulfill sugar, sleep, and water, especially the sugar part, a lot of good, healthy, whole carbs, like plants, oh my fuck, your sex drive skyrockets. And here's why, it's not just because of the energy, it's because you actually clean out your arteries. And guess who has an artery? All of the blank faces, you guys were on to me. Yeah, you have a penile artery. And you have whole arteries, which I'm not going to get scientific, but I could, but only a scientist would appreciate that. So, dick artery, same as heart artery. Ever heard of cholesterol? Stay away from that shit, man. Do you want to get a heart attack? Guess what you can have even worse than a heart attack? A dick attack.
Is that possible?
Erectile dysfunction.
Oh, okay.
If you give trauma, direct trauma, okay, I'm not talking about jackass, God bless those motherfuckers, but I'm not talking about that kind of trauma. Well, that kind of trauma, bam, bam, bam. Eventually you can actually do internal damage and you can get erectile dysfunction. The arteries get damaged. That proves that if your arteries get damaged in any way, maybe blocked with cholesterol, it'll stop the blood from getting in erectile dysfunction. It's something to think about. If anyone has erectile dysfunction, try that. Sugar, sleep, water, whole plant foods. Anyway, sex tits. X. The next one is Xing. Not going back to your ex. Don't do that. It's done. I'm talking about, because clearly you guys didn't evolve together. Find someone, figure yourself out first, and then. But Xing, kissing and hugging. Kissing and hugging, they've proven scientifically, and I wish that video would play, but kissing and hugging is the opposite of being lonely. It's the touch, the human touch. It's the bond. It's between mother and child. It's between man and woman. It's what we all want. That's the juice. It's not just the coming. It's not just the orgasm. It's so much more than that. And we'll talk about oxytocin just now. But kissing and hugging are so essential that they even come before sex. Yeah, I love that. Good. Group hug. Nice. So, Where was I going with kissing and hugging? Kissing and you guys are distracting. It's getting kind of hot in here. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my notes because it's very important, and I want to give you guys what you came to get. Although I'm not going to give all my secrets away. We only just met. So, all right. Raise your hands if you've ever made a woman come. Ooh, I like you. Good. You can raise your hand. Did you raise your hand?
No.
Okay, cool. You didn't raise your hand. James, you got something to tell us. You've never been with a woman?
No, I never know if they're lying or not.
Thank you. That's
Right.
where we're fucking going, James. I love you, man, because here it comes.
I'm sure,
I'm gonna
there's
come for
times,
you right. I'm gonna
there's
come for
times
you
where
right
it's
here.
authentic. And then there's times where really, I haven't really done anything yet. How can you be coming?
True, yeah.
And there's
It's
times
true.
where I have gone all out
Yeah.
and nothing happens. You know, and nothing happens.
That happens, yeah.
But she just asked if you ever
Which
had.
Are you one of those girls that you can't have an orgasm in? Just let me know ahead of time, and I'll get off and leave.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like, why do
No, I
women,
just can't. But
Why do
it's,
women
it's all
fake-
it's all over the board.
why do women fake orgasms? Because they think men care,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It's just a joke. I threw it in, nobody laughed. Edits.
Just funny.
But it's a little joke, a little bit of African humor there. Yeah. Alright, so we'll talk about that just now. How can you tell if you've really made a woman come? How can you tell if you were man enough? Because if you have made her come and you're aware, you'll start to notice some changes in her. It wasn't just the like, going crazy and all that shit. You'll actually notice some changes in her if you're aware, if you're evolving and you pay attention there. So, what are you going to notice if you paid attention? What do you think you're going to notice? Have you
Her
ever
mood.
wondered? Mood, yeah.
Mood, maybe.
She'll be happy.
Her body language.
She'll be relaxed.
Yeah.
She'll be in the kitchen making me a sandwich.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know your type. See me afterwards. So yeah, I want to tell you something, but I need to find it. Alright. I want to tell you guys a little crazy thing, and James really, this will blow his mind. But I've actually had an orgasm without actually being fucked.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Women
I
can
one of
do
those.
that.
That's awesome. I
Mental
want to learn that.
thinking orgasm.
Mental thinking, not mental thinking, but
Concentration?
mental, not concentration, something mental going on.
Hypnosis?
Hypnosis, or an STD, a sexually triggered drug. Because when you fuck a woman, you actually give her an STD. Not a fucking killing disease, hopefully. Okay? But I mean, a sexually triggered drug. It's like hypnosis, it's like something happens in her head. Oxytocin. Anybody heard of it? Okay, oxytocin is a drug, it's an actual bonding drug that gets released from our brains when we're bonding. It heightens that orgasm, and a woman gets high. So that's how you can tell. She might be high, and she might be making a sandwich in the kitchen, and high, and like, oh God, it was so good, and just buttering your bread, whatever. You know, she might be doing whatever, but kind of, you look at her and you're like, damn, girl, right? It's like, she wants to cuddle, she wants to connect, she wants you, she's grabbing, she's doing things for you, she's like, opened up. She's so vulnerable, she's so high right now, like a drug addict. And she can get addicted to your dick. She can get addicted to you. So, careful what you do with that gun. But, okay, if you've decided that that's what you wanted to do, and you wanted to have her, and you've told her you're into more than just 3 nights of fucking, James Marshall, here's what's going to happen, is that she's going to get high. Alright, so that's how you can tell. That's how James can tell. If she's ready to come. But the very opposite thing happens in men when he has an orgasm. You guys are a little bit fucked. But not really, because I'll tell you how just now. But you're fucked in the way that you don't get to stay high. How unfair is that? The woman is just like, oh yeah, and you're like
Just that one. Yeah.
focused, and maybe there's nothing to do, so okay, I'm going to sleep. And why does that happen? Haven't you ever questioned and wondered, like, why the fuck does she stay high and wants hugs and cuddles, and I was
We run on testosterone.
testosterone.
Evolutionary
Testosterone.
reasons.
Huh?
Evolutionary reasons.
A what?
Evolutionary reasons for that.
Evolutionary. I'm challenging you guys to evolve, and that's where I'm going to go with. Where I'm going to go to just now.
Oh, you
But
asked
yes,
why. That's what I was saying.
exactly, spot on. Previously, in the ape times, with the ape fear,
Yeah.
the testosterone was a damn good thing, because you might need, after you've come, to get the fuck up and fight off an animal,
Yes.
or fucking save her, right?
Right.
But these days we have cops, we have governments, we live in sheltered communities, right? I mean, you have protection. So I'm challenging you to evolve, to think ahead of that, like, okay, that was then, here's the artificial playing turf we're in now, where we're protected. What use is it of having that testosterone come in and suppress your oxytocin? Why don't I get to stay high then, in that case? So, come to that. We're coming to Tantra. Shit, I told you. I'm coming. I'm coming too quickly. Hold on. Let's just slow this down. Just want to get on top of this a little bit and just... Alright. So, the fight or flight, that's the testosterone, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be ready up for action. You won't want to cuddle, because you've got more important serious things, like fighting off a wild animal. Okay. Another thing is that if it was just a quickie with a one-night stand with a whatever chick, you could impregnate her. Let's think in ape times. You would impregnate her, and her, and her. You just go fucking rampage, raping, whatever, pillaging, whatever we did back in the ape days, with the ape fears. So, and that was for survival and replication, right? The more seed you spread, okay. These days, the more seed you spread, the more you fuck around, the more you fuck yourself over, the more you're fucked. And here's why. It's because when you have children, which is the object, right, the survival and replication, you've now had children, and they see you fucking off, and they see the family hurt and all that shit, they will not be given a healthy relationship model. And they will repeat and worsen, as we do, their relationship models, to the point that they might decide not to breed, or might not be capable of bonding to breed. And they won't fucking breed. And so what was the point of having them? I'm not saying that you only have children to breed, because it can be much deeper than that, especially the more we evolve. It can be something beautiful, much deeper. But I'm saying on base animal 8-day thinking that we don't need to subscribe to anymore, those kids are not going to carry on your genes. You just fucked yourself. So these days, wouldn't it be more logical to see what we can do with this artificial playing turf? To see what kind of men we can evolve to being? Something to think about, right? Okay, because the whole point of PUA is survive and replicate. Deep down inside. The whole point of fucking, of getting into one of the 4 fucking relationships that we discussed. The whole point of this. The whole point of fucking. Okay, today we use condoms. It's like faking it. It's like lying to ourselves. But the truth of it is, there's something you're preventing from happening. It's, survival and replication. And you're doing it now, thinking about it first. And that's what I'm challenging you to do here, is to think about it. So, what is the point of you guys having this oxytocin there? Why does Mother Nature give you oxytocin? Okay, she takes it away, but why did you have it in the first place? Because you do have it. You do get an oxytocin release, a huge oxytocin release. And then you orgasm and you come and the testosterone stops it. So here's why you have it. It's for pair bonding. And how do you get it if you don't get it through orgasm? You get it through kissing and hugging. So what they did right now was a beautiful thing. Kissing and hugging. Scientists have showed and studies have showed that the effects of oxytocin after a hug lasts 1 hour. So go and get your hugs, because you're going to be getting high, and you're going to be making people feel high. It's fucking awesome. Just one hug. But if you're pair bonding, if you want to be with this woman, hugging and kissing are found in studies to be more valuable than sex because of the testosterone release. The build-up. It's the build-up. It's the chase. It's the oxytocin chase. Chasing the dragon. The drug. Alright. Cool, man. So, they did an experiment on guys where they actually sprayed them with oxytocin. The guys that they selected were in committed relationships, monogamous committed relationships, or they could be polygamous, but they were committed. They sprayed them with oxytocin. It's not recommended because it can do long-term damage if you up the dose too high. Mother Nature gets the perfect levels for you. She's perfected it. So, but for the experiment, it was not too dangerous. Sprayed oxytocin. And then they brought in a really beautiful, attractive woman. And they had her stand in front of men who'd been sprayed with oxytocin and others who hadn't. They were all in monogamous relationships. The guys that had been sprayed with the oxytocin took a step back. They actually distanced themselves. They were supposed to say where they're comfortable with the woman standing in proximity to them. And the closer they got, okay, stop, back up a little bit. That was the guys that were sprayed with the oxytocin. Oxytocin actually makes guys bond to their partner. And they proved it in that experiment. It actually even makes you kind of see the pizza that we talked about earlier. You guys can kind of go, oh no, that's not good. And go, oh yeah, because I'm bonded. I'm bonded with her. Pair bonding, that's what oxytocin is there for. Interestingly, two other things that oxytocin does is creates ethnocentrism. So for example, if you are Western and you get introduced to somebody that's got a Western name, you'll feel more in common with them. You don't know why. Oxytocin, because you feel comfortable, you feel bonded. It's a bonding drug. If you're Asian and you feel you have Asian roots and you get introduced, I'm not talking about you, you're American, right? Right on. Cool. So, and you get introduced to someone else with Asian, or you hear an Asian language, you feel, because familiar, bonded. Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't cause sexism and racism, all that crap. It's an awareness. It's an actual biological thing, not a cultural thing. Or racism and sexism is a cultural thing. But feeling the bond with something similar is oxytocin. It's biological. They say birds of a feather flock together and crap on your car. So what I mean by that is, let's say that it's an American, I don't know, what do Americans play that the rest of the world also plays? Basketball? Does the rest of the world play basketball? Not soccer?
Talking about sports or
Sports?
like a guitar maybe?
Sports?
What are you going?
Or your dick? So if, let's just use basketball. Let's say, okay, give me some teams that you guys love.
The Lakers.
Lakers, LA Lakers versus, because we're in LA, right?
Yeah.
LA Lakers,
Yeah.
damn straight, versus
Heats.
who?
The Heat.
Leeds?
The Heat.
Oh, the Heat. Alright, where are they from? Which state?
Miami.
Miami Heat versus LA Lakers. You guys from LA, who you gonna root for?
LA Lakers.
Fucking LA Lakers. Fuck those Heats, right?
Yeah.
Fuck those guys, losers, right? Hate them. Fucking us and them.
Yeah.
Damn straight. You're bonded with familiar thing. Something that, it's oxytocin. It's not even you. You're just like, I feel something bonds me. That's the bond. But if America selected the best of the best, and some of them came from Heats, and some of them came from LA Lakers, to go and play against England, USA, motherfucker, right?
Mhm.
Right? See how it's actually this oxytocin bonding familiarity, and it's all about this drug. So now you know what it feels like when a woman stays high on the oxytocin. She's rooting for her team. She's rooting for her partner. She's rooting for her man. So how shit is it that you guys have to pay the price and get sober immediately after sex just because you want to get off. That's a fucking bullshit story, right? That's kind of like dodgy, right? That's kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it is. No, it doesn't have to be like that. And here's where I come to the T in my sextet module, in the sextet. There's T for Tantra. Have you ever heard of Tantra, anybody?
Yes.
Do you everybody know what it is?
Yes.
Tell us.
It's basically about being able to like extend intercourse without actually ejaculate.
You hit the nail on the head. Wow.
Right, that's basically the
You
idea.
hit it. You
I
hit
cannot like I'm not a pro or anything, but that's pretty much
That's
what it is.
exactly right on, brother. Right on. So Tantra is the art of pair bonding. So it's where you actually have your orgasm, like a woman does have an orgasm, but she doesn't release sperm. If she's capable of it, so are you. And this won't work for everyone, or it's going to take a lot of practice. 10,000 hours to play that instrument and master it, right? You're going to have a lot of like, oh shit, too late. Or, I'm getting it. So there's two things that a woman, that you guys can do to release your oxytocin and get high and still come without actually coming sperm-wise. Like, that shit's not going to come out. You're not going to release the testosterone, in other words. You're going to get to stay high. Okay, so obviously the release of the sperm needs to happen at some point, otherwise you're going to get a little pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're pair bonded with a woman and you want to evolve to the next level and you want to see where you could go with this new thing, here's what you get her to do. As you're working your way up through lots of caressing, lots of touching, lots of kissing, and she's on you, she's on top of you, you're inside of her, you rock hard, and you feel it, you know you're about to come. You tell her, and that's her cue to do Tantra, because you guys want to do this. So she stops, and she presses down quite firmly on your perineum, which is the space between your ass and your balls.
Mm-hmm.
She reaches down and she presses it. And you can, with practice, and I mean gurus have been doing this is an ancient technique, but this is a new thing for modern man right here. You can actually go over the edge of orgasm. You can actually come, like I told you, I've experienced this, but okay, I'm not going to explain. You can actually come and keep the sperm back, and you don't get that shot of testosterone, and you stay high on oxytocin. How fucking awesome would that be?
Wait, so is this right before you're
Right
about to come?
before you're about to come, you can Google this. You can check it out. Find out the techniques, and it goes deep. Also Skype me because I have a lot of techniques. I'm just telling you
Is
two right
it
now.
just a specific spot during the space, or
It's
is it?
you'll coach her. Eventually, she'll know where it is.
Okay.
She'll feel it. It's an actual tube connection. She actually presses the tube connection. The vas deferens. I don't want to get technical, but she presses it. She holds it, and your sperm stays back, and you come. But please practice this with a condom because you can fuck up. And it's going to take a lot of self-control if you want to get this right. And it's going to take trust. It's going to take being vulnerable. It's going to take trusting this woman, trusting your partner. And also, do you really want to do that with her? Find that one, right one, that one, right? Because, shit, you guys are going to bond the fuck out of each other. You're going to be so bonded. So that's Tantra.
Is it tantrum or tantra?
Tantra. You might have a tantrum if you don't come. Okay, cool. You two, come on. Come on up. Because you're a couple and also your dress is long enough. I was going to demonstrate it.
We're not a couple.
Well, that's alright.
We're just friends.
That's okay. Let's have some fun. I don't know if the camera can go down, but if the camera can go down. You guys are going to now practice, demonstrate for the guys how to do.
Tantric sex.
Drop
Right.
it. You ready?
Right.
It's going to be painful. No, another method of Tantra, okay? Not just the withholding, but another method I want to give you right now. There are many methods that I can give you, but just this other one, and there's no time, is Karezza, which is Italian for caress. So, this is what Karezza looks like. If you sit down, with your legs crossed.
Sit down?
Yeah, sit down forward. In fact, you know what? Sit on that chair because you can do it sitting on a chair,
Sure.
and you can bring the chair
I can
around.
sit on the floor if you prefer.
That's okay.
These pants don't help for that.
Bring
but-
the chair and put it over here. Yeah, the pants.
gonna
I don't want your
do
pants to rip.
Right.
I love
No,
those
they
pants.
wouldn't. They're expensive. They
Okay, you're
should.
gonna straddle him.
What am I gonna do?
Straddle. Get
What
on.
is that?
I have to sit
will-
on
Really bad
here.
Want me to
English here.
demonstrate?
I have to sit on- I have to sit on here.
Yes, so I'm facing him like a stripper in a pickup artist. Okay, good.
Okay.
So look in each other's eyes, because that's where it all starts. Have you ever looked in each other's eyes before, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to ask them too many personal questions then, because
At
it
Burger
sounds
King.
like, huh?
At Burger King.
At
That's
Burger
what
King.
we- yeah.
All right, but I know this can be a little bit uncomfortable, but just
Not really.
relax,
Okay.
just breathe. Okay. And eventually, your breathing will start to get in sync. And as you look at each other, it's very vulnerable, isn't it? How does it feel? Doesn't it feel really scary?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All right.
I'm not.
All right, he's grounded, he's grounded. Eventually you will get grounded. Both of you will start to sink, okay? I see the way you're just holding each other. Your fingertips have got some of the most nerve endings of your whole body, but I want you to stroke each other.
To what,
Just
sorry?
stroke each other's backs.
Sure.
And yeah, just the upper back too. And still look at each other. All right, so automatically it's harder
We'll charge
to
you
look.
for this.
So you're getting in.
Right. Because it
And-
wasn't on the
I'm glad that you came
Yeah.
forward. I'm glad you came forward because the chair would stop you.
Right.
And now you're going to hold on to each other and
Mhm.
rock back and forth. Just back and forth. Just rock each other. Soothe each other.
She's not into the.
She's into it. She's already coming, aren't you?
Yeah.
So just rock back and forth. You're the man. You lead. All right?
Right.
Be led. Let her lead you. Just fall into it. All right. Now, I want you to start graduating it into circular motions.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to look. You don't have to
I
worry.
don't do that.
Just be led.
Okay.
He's
Right.
leading you. Okay? I want to ask you, are you feeling like, are you starting to feel it?
I'm not hard at all. Is
I
that
know
the
you're
only
not
reason?
hard. I know you're not hard. But are you starting to feel,
I'm just relaxed.
okay, very relaxed?
Sorry.
That is where bonding starts.
Okay.
Is
cool.
when you can be relaxed. If the woman is uptight and nervous and shy and scared and all these thoughts going through her head, and this is what I teach women, to calm the fuck down and just let it be. Just let it be, go with it. But that's cool. This was really on the spot, so.
Sure.
Like, and you guys could have been total strangers from Burger King and just met on the street.
Luckily we're not.
You guys rock. You guys are cool. So, okay, rocking. So that
Yeah.
is, wait, don't get
I'll
up.
keep rocking.
Now, keep rocking, keep doing circular
Sure.
motion.
Good.
A
Yeah.
final thing. Now I want you guys to imagine that his rock hard penis is inside of you and all you're doing is this. And you're doing this for 10 minutes a day without getting off. Just doing this. You're inside of her. She can feel you. All her nerve endings in her pussy are just clenching down around on your rock hard cock. You can feel that. She can feel you. Doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter anything. There's no shame in this. It's just, it's in, and you're bonded, and you're pair bonded. And this is a technique called Karezza, Italian for caress, which is a technique in Tantra for pair bonding. And now you've done your 10 minutes of pair bonding for the day because fucking, you gotta go to work. Bullshit, right? If you've come, you're gonna be so fucking exhausted. If you've come, you're going to be so high, you're not going to get much done, maybe. The both of you, it's just, okay, but there's good and bad to coming. But if she's come, she's going to be even more bonded to you. If you haven't come, you'll be more bonded to her. And you wait for a moment to let his penis just start retracting, and you get up. And you go on your day. All right, well done.
Interesting.
They were good sports. I'm glad there was a goal, because I didn't have to do it.
Me too.
I didn't have to do it. I could have done it, but yeah, that was cool. So, that is another technique of Tantra. Where are we taking this? Bonding, pair bonding, oxytocin, keeping high, letting a man just be fucking high for a change. You don't have to fight off any animals. You don't have to go do wild, crazy things and fuck people up, and meanwhile, possibly children, possibly ruining your spot of replication. So cool. And by the way, I know that you guys, sometimes guys look at alpha males and go, ah, fuck. And you can watch them, you can learn them. My dad is a natural, he's a total alpha. And he just picks up chicks without doing much. He's just an alpha. He does his alpha thing. And you can emulate alphas, but here's something. See, if you're a beta male, you have a gift. You have something that the alpha male doesn't have, and unless he does a lot of work, he can get it, but he probably won't. Because he's alpha, he'll stay like, why the fuck should I learn? Why the fuck should I grow? I'm cool. Look, I'm getting chicks. But what the beta male gets is he steals the chicks from the alphas quite accidentally. You can't even believe the gift you have as a beta male. Because, and I fucking want to show you that, because alpha males will get to the point and come and leave. And they won't bond. Have you ever noticed that like these beta males, they're cuddling, they're doing nice things, they're sweet, eventually, you know, because first you want to have game, you get the chick. But if you were always a natural alpha, you won't have this gift of you won't have this gift that the beta male has. The gift of doing these kind of things. Can you imagine an alpha male doing Karezza? Okay, so my dick is hard and I'm not gonna come. Or can you imagine an alpha male doing Tantra? Okay, so my dick is hard, thanks, I got 10 minutes, and you're gonna press down on me and stop me from ejaculating, the very thing that makes me look cool. Huh. Do you want to evolve? Do you want to get high? Do you want to stay high? Do you want to enjoy the maximum that you can? Think about it. And then finally, there's two last things. There was I and T, sextet. I is intimate interests. If you're into porn, if you've got a fetish, okay, that's usually oxytocin, too much wanking over porn on the computer, and eventually you walk past the computer and you're hard. Damn! Because you bond with the computer. And that Karezza technique that I just showed you is a way that scientists, that biologists have researched into developing, it's actually a tool used in helping recovering porn addicts. Yeah. So it can be used for very good things. And so share those things. Be raw, be honest with your interview with a partner, and share your fetishes. Share your intimate interests. Don't hide them, don't fucking lie, go the whole life to the grave with secrets and lies. Just fucking tell her, hey man, I wanna, and tell her in the beginning so that she knows who she's hiring as her business partner for life. Right? What if you just have to have a threesome? Is she down with that? Tell her in the beginning and find out. What if you have dominatrix fetish? And yeah, you can teach her, share it with her, you know? And you'll find out in the beginning if this is the business partner you want for life. By being honest and asking the right questions. And the final T was training together. Yeah, go training at the gym. I'm not really talking about that though. Training together. Train the whole thing. The sex, sugar, water. Sorry, the sugar, sleep, water. The basics, you know. Oh, and you can look up a website called runningraw.com, runningraw.com. Tim Van Orden, bit of a guru. He will explain to you more about how to clean up your arteries so that you can, okay, we talked about erectile dysfunction, through sugar, sleep, and water. So sugar, sleep, water, then exercise and sex, do it together. Then, what's the next one? Sex, kissing, and hugging. Okay, do it together, pair bond. Then Tantra, do that together. And then share your intimate interests. And you'll keep this mountain, you'll grow this tit, it's something beautiful. Alright, so we've only got about 5 minutes now, so I'm just going to quickly mention deal breakers. After all is said and done, you might still come across people that are at their worst level, their psychosis, and they're unhealthy in their mind, and they're so in the matrix, and they haven't even realized that there's a blue or a red pill. They're just so fucking fogged up, so ape fear, so like not present, not aware. And so I'm going to give you a few guys that girls will walk away from, because girls don't want to bond with the villain. She'll either leave him or die trying. And it's up to you to get yourself to be your best self using sextet. But the first guy, deal breaker kind of guy, is the referee. Nobody likes a ref that fucking makes a bad decision and then there's a fight and then, fuck you, it wasn't a foul, fuck you, it was a goal, fuck you, you know? So the referee is the kind of guy that gets girls to fight jealously over each other for him. So yeah, that's all well and good in the beginning and for fun and for gaming and for learning. But when you're in a relationship, what the fuck? When does it end? Are you still gonna walk around and go like, yo, I haven't told you all the truth and I'm not very healthy and I'm flirting with her in front of you, instead of making her your queen of queens and saying, but you don't need to know if I'm fucking her. You're my queen of queens in public and in private. That's one good strategy in not being a referee, is being honest in the beginning and saying, we're going to have this relationship, this kind of relationship. So you're down with that. And because what happens is guys lie to themselves and to the girl, and they're like, yeah, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your husband, or whatever the fuck, make a commitment, and then they behave otherwise. You guys were here from the beginning. It was just the relationships that you can choose, being aware of those different types of relationships. So the referee will get to you guys girls fighting before them. And girls need to walk the fuck away from a guy like that. You don't want to be a guy like that. It happened to me. I was kind of peer bonded with a guy that clearly wanted to do something more with more chicks. And I would have been cool with that if he had just told me the truth. But he was flirting with another girl, and the drunker and stupider she was getting, the more she was just pissing me off. And my jealousy was growing because, first of all, ew, she sucks. Like, what the fuck does that say about, okay, what the fuck is wrong with him? And then the other thing is how disrespectful, how hurtful. So, and it can happen to guys. It can happen to you guys. You start fighting with another guy for this girl, what the fuck? She needs to come clean. She needs to tell you what she wants. She needs to know what she wants. So what happened to me was, with this referee guy, I actually stopped myself and went, I can either be horribly jealous right now and look like a little drama queen, or I could jump over the back seat of the car and get in there and start a lesbian love scene. Just get her. Just do it. You know? But then I realized, well, she stinks and she's not my kind of girl. Ew, she was just nasty. But also, why should I give this guy the pleasure of having this awesome story to tell? How his girl jumps in the back seat and started fucking this other girl, and then maybe he got to join, all that shit. Okay, so girls need to walk away from a guy that's that unhealthy and that's that dishonest. So just fucking be honest. Okay? You don't turn into that kind of guy. Another one is the little boy who poses as a man. The little boy who poses as a man is a man who, it's kind of like a woman that looks through a fashion magazine and goes, oh my god, I'll never look like that, what the fuck, it's airbrushed, it's fake, it's bullshit. It's the little boy poses as a man, he's scared to lose a woman. So he'll just go on a rampage, a sexual rampage and a pickup rampage because he doesn't feel worthy. That's an unhealthy psychosis. Okay, you want to big yourself up from that mindset. Why are you doing this? Is that a reason to do this, to learn to grow these skills? It's because you're fucking scared that you don't measure up to all these pretty boys in the magazines, all these men that could take your woman at any moment. Pair bonding, sexting, use these skills. She won't leave you. She'll be so bonded. You'll be outstanding in her mind. The other guys will just be pizza. Okay? So that's how you can heal yourself, but you need to get healthy, use sexting. Then there's the invisible man. I met a guy like this at the seminar last year. I was the only female in that seminar, and there was a guy that I'd gone with, because I'm a female pickup artist. So I picked him up and we went to the pickup artist seminar, awesome. And obviously we were having a good time together, but there was a guy sitting behind us who goes like this, hey, are you gonna come sergeing with us later? Yeah, you. And he's like, me? And he knows pickup artistry too. So he was like, no man, okay, shut up, whatever. Because he's with a girl. Obviously he's probably gonna have fun with this girl later on. Me, right? Obviously. But this guy was behind us, was like trying to cause shit. because he was like kind of pissed off that there's a girl here, and pissed off that there's a guy that brought a girl, even though I brought him, and that's not fucking cool because he can't do that, and it's not cool because he thinks that his techniques by now should have him bringing girls into this social setting, and he's actually a misogynist. He actually hated me. He looks at me with this look like, yeah, I know that stings, doesn't it, girlfriend? Because he is a man. He's going to come sarging with us. He's not going to be with you. You're a fool. You're an idiot. Does it hurt? Does it hurt? That kind of guy. That's a misogynistic guy. He hates women. He doesn't want women to have any pleasure, to enjoy anything. And he tries to take it away from her. There are a few others, but we're out of time, guys. So be the best you can be. Put some heart into it. Open the windows and let the music pour in and feel that bass, feel that beat, and challenge yourself. What kind of man do I want to be? And challenge yourself to evolve as people, as human beings. Thank you.
You want to add the Skype address you were mentioning?
So Jennifer.wolf7. My pickup artist name is Shaia. It's Zulu. I'm from Africa. I speak 7 languages. I speak Zulu as one of them. I speak a bit of Zulu. And Shaia means hit. So, yeah. Just in case you're wondering about the Jennifer and Shaia, Shaia is my PUA name.
I forgot the
Jennifer, like American spelling, .wolf, just like the animal, 7.
at. Oh, there's no at.
Sky. Yeah, you
Because
got
the
it.
Skype's kind of like MSN now.
And if you guys want to be friends with me on Facebook, it's a cool tool. You can find me through James Matador, because we're friends.
It should be on my friends list. It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you can see it on there. Do we have time for questions and answers, or
Yeah, sure, you can fit a few in there.
if you guys want to ask questions, have any questions and answers, if there was something really burning and pressing that you just need to ask, otherwise, you got me here right now. Here's your woman. Here's
So-
your muse.
The Italian exercise, right?
Si.
The Karezza, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Cool. I have a friend named like that. That's funny. It's just penetration, and you don't basically move, right, for 10 minutes.
It's bonding. It's pair bonding. So yes,
Did I get it right?
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes. Come up here. Yeah, real quick. I'll just demonstrate something.
Yes.
Face the. Oh no.
I
Face
didn't
the
want to
audience,
come out 'cause you're
but
pretty tall.
face the audience, but you can look at me. You can look at me. I'm not tall. I'm wearing shoes. It's all fake. Remember, just a little girl that's really vulnerable inside, and it doesn't really matter what I'm wearing and how tall I am and how short you are. It really doesn't matter. Are you feeling like something's missing from our conversation right now?
You're not talking to me.
So what do you want? What do you want? Take it. Good.
Hold up.
Good. Okay, before the camera.
Okay.
Fucking eye contact. That was the thing that was missing. Who cares how tall, how short? We're looking in each other's eyes. What color are my eyes?
Blue.
Okay. They're kind of green, but they're blue right now. They're blue right now. I drove from Vegas, so they might have changed a little bit. It was a 4.5-hour drive. But yeah. How often do we actually connect as human beings? How often do we actually sit, okay, we're connected, but we're watching the TV. I'm not really connected to you. I'm in another world. I'm enjoying it. I'm having my fears, my validations, my everything coming out because I'm watching the game and the LA Lakers are kicking the Heat's ass and it's fucking awesome. But we're a couple. So distant, right? Rather than 10 minutes a day. Is it too much to ask? Fuck, we live in a crazy world. Time is money. Yes, I'm fully aware. I'm such a pickup artist. Thank you, did a great job. So, don't let this crazy world fuck it up. Use this crazy world, but bring in evolution. Bring in that compassionate man. Grow that more loving man, that more connected man. And that is one technique that you can do, is to remember to fucking connect with someone, because they proved in pregnant rats, rats that had just given babies, they injected it with something that suppressed its oxytocin, and the female rat wouldn't breastfeed her young. If you suppress oxytocin, your relationship, your pair bonding, not going to work out, not going to happen at all. So this Karezza technique, it's vital. It's so vital, especially in this crazy world. You need to bond, you need to get that oxytocin up, both get high with each other in view, and that rocking, and just that penetration, and that closeness, that connection. That's what builds pair bonding.
And then is that daily, like?
Daily,
every day?
man, daily.
10 minutes.
Fucking yes, please.
Just put 10 minutes in your
At
day.
least. Because here's how I came without being touched, and I was waiting for James to come back in the room. I had a guy that so kind of got me, and was so, and this is possible for all of you guys too. You can get a girl like me that you totally get, that you've bonded with all these techniques. We actually did it naturally. We didn't even notice that we were doing these things. That's how good it was. It was just natural. And it will become natural after a while, because we evolve. And he was, one day it was pouring with rain, you know, fucking perfect setting, cozy in bed, comfortable. We're both naked. I'm laying on my back. He's laying on his side. And he was stroking me. And we'd already done so much pair bonding. And there was so much high on the oxytocin. There was so much trust. You mentioned when you were sitting here, you looked at her and you felt very relaxed. That's the state that you get in when you want to be in that state to pair bond. You don't want to be all stressed out and, oh fuck, the spinning instructor pushed me so hard with that. We talked about spinning already. Pushed me so hard with that doof doof music, and I'm just like, and the boss, my boss, and my job, and all of these crazy things happening. You're so stressed out. No, you need to be relaxed. You need to be calm. You need to be healthy, so that you can connect, so that you can even be relaxed, be in the moment. Take that red pill, unplug from Matrix. Look in your eyes. Look in each other's eyes, both of you, together. Get that bond back. Get that connection back. And that's what Karezza will do for you. She will not want to leave you, and you will not want to leave her, because you've worked to build that business. And there it is. You found the right partner, you interviewed, you found her, and here we are. But if you don't do that every day, what's going to happen? Babies are not going to be suckled by their rats' mothers.
Also, is it only to be done like while sitting up,
No.
or also laying down?
So I want you guys to Google Tantra and
Okay.
Karezza. You can do it laying down. So what this guy did was, he just ran his hands, he was running his hands on me.
Okay.
But there came a point where I was so relaxed and so in it and so high that he even took his hand off, and it was just his heat of his hand. And he came up and was almost touching my nipples. He was like hovering above them. And I was just having wave after wave after wave of this pleasure that felt just like coming. It was an orgasm. Because where does an orgasm really happen?
In your brain.
Yeah.
Triggers.
Oxytocin. And so if you can stimulate the oxytocin to be released, you're coming. But if you can get it to that point where it's like exploding in your head, wow, major release, just like an orgasm, that's where you can get with Karezza and with Tantra. With so much pair bonding, so much intimacy, doing that sexted together. And the next thing, coming without touch. And it happens, because I know it happened to me. So yeah, good question.
Thanks.
Alright guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thanks.
Thank you.